Hey everyone, it's Sunny in Van with another episode. Hopefully, this one brings you value like it did on the previous one. This episode is sponsored by Moovmynt Technology Inc. and powered by MoovAI, the future of real estate. Now, as you can already see in my background, this is Moovmynt.com. Using this application, you explore powerful tools designed to make property buying easier, smarter, and fully transparent. Now, this application is built with pre-sale data. We have almost 1,200 pre-sale projects in the Lower Mainland, which is the Vancouver greater area, documented with almost 6,000 different layouts. That's one bedroom, two bedroom, three bedrooms, with color-coded metrics so you can spot the green zone properties, as we call it, which would be better medium prices, larger layouts and square footage, and lower cost per square foot. You can search by salary. So if you don't know what you can afford, so it gives you a rough idea of what you can afford. Now, this episode is for educational and informational purposes only. This is not financial or professional advice. You can do mortgage and ROI calculators, again, educational purposes only. You can compare multiple properties and you can export verified project reports. Now, what we mean by verified projects is we're going to physically update each individual project, and the future of this application is developers will buy in. It's a centralized system where realtors, buyers, investors, other professionals, other vendors can all live here, be verified, and exchange information and make sure that it is all verified, it's all real, it's not spam or scam. There's a lot of AI happening. We want to make sure that everything is verified, it's transparent, and it's a trust layer that we're building out in real estate. And we're starting off with pre-sale data. Now let's just jump into the dashboard. Like I said, there's almost 1,200 projects documented, almost 6,000 layouts. Now the cool thing about this, we're developing like each and every day on a weekly basis. We have developer meetings on a weekly basis. If you're watching this and you just heard that in the background, I should probably take that off, but you might hear other updates or little dings that'll happen in the background here. But if you are someone that provides data or you want to work with us, there's something that you can provide, reach out to the Moovmynt team. We'll have a discussion and maybe we can work together. As we're developing this on a weekly basis, we're at the point of capital investment as well. We're having conversations with private equity firms. Few individuals have gone back and forth with us, and eventually we can raise capital and really build this out of the water. And that is pre-revenue. So we're building it out. We have realtors using this application. We haven't had any ads. We're just getting feedback. So if you have anything that you like in this application, let us know. If you don't like something, let us know, and we'll continue to update it and we'll continue to expand it. We want to make it as valuable to you as possible. We're trying to create generational wealth. So there's a revenue share layer that's going to be coming. There's all this information is going to be going on a blockchain. There's a lot of things happening, but let's keep it simple. Let's dial it back. It's a powerful pre-sale database. Now we have medium pricing right here, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom. Different cities, you can kind of see, which cities probably have like the best pricing. And yeah, as you can see, Langley Township, Delta, Tawasin, Port Coquitlam, Maple Ridge, Abbotsford, Langley, and Surrey, as you can see in the green zones. And these will get updated once we have more data. Now, for some reason, we don't have one bedroom Vancouver. I think that is just a little hack here because we do have it right here. And it's just the data that we have. We'll clean it up here. It's because there's no BC behind it. So you could just stick to the Vancouver area if you're looking for that. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's so bad in Vancouver that you shouldn't buy there. It's just the median pricing of all cities, right? But you can click on Vancouver, BC itself, and you can search. And if you go back down to that data, as you can see, it changes based upon the city itself. Now, the other cool thing is, you can see the median prices and average prices here. But if you scroll down further, it also tells you where majority of the properties are out in Vancouver, which you can see are 2 to 3 million. There's 145 layouts basically listed in that price range. And if you go to a different city, it'll give you much more information as well. So let's just go Burnaby, just to give you a heads up of what this application actually does for you. And in Burnaby, 700 to 800,000, or 900,000 to a million. As you can see, it gives you that much more information. Now, we do have a different view, which is called the list view, right? I just have a few tabs open up here. So instead of clicking through this, I'm just have pre-tabs open. Now you'll see like check marks here, which means that it's been verified by the team, and eventually we'll have the developers verifying as well. And how do we get this information? Either we're going to contact the developer, or we see incentives on Instagram or their website or any other social media platform, and we'll update that system. And eventually, like I said, the developers will buy into this and update their old information. So if you're a realtor, rather than running around and chasing developers and sales teams, go back and forth, conversation, calls, back and forth. Like you could call them, they're busy, they call you back, you're busy. Now you're playing, cat and mouse here. And sometimes it takes so long to get that information. This is the way that the information is up to date. It's all live, it's all verified, and you can focus on customer curation. Now, if you're a buyer or investor, you just don't have time to go back and forth. You just want a base layer of just understanding what is out there. You can use this application just for that. Now, we do have a little plus sign here. You can click that plus sign and it'll open up all the different information here when it comes to different layouts here. And it also has these different layers of green. The darker the green, the better the deal. And the red is over and above what the median pricing is. Blue is neutral. Darker the red, further away from the square footage, or it's the higher price. Now this is all the information here. Now there'll be a little glitches and we'll update that. Like this is 15% as you can see, but it should be 5%. Now the cool thing is you can search. So you go to filter and you can even search by like 5% down. And let's just say you're looking to buy in Burnaby and search, and you could also search by salary, but let's just search by 5% down, and it'll show you all the projects that are with 5% down. So if you can only afford 5% down, this is a good way to quickly find the properties. Now, if you want to narrow it down even more, we could do 1+ bed, 1+ washroom, and we could search. And then you'll find all those properties as well. And right here, there's also obviously a glitch I'm thinking right here. Now, this is a live presentation, but it doesn't seem like this is the correct amount for 520,000. So I'm going to take this for the team. And this is real. Like this is something that we've been working on for quite some time here. Is this property information correct? And this is like a live video. So it gives you a base layer, but it doesn't seem like this is correct because a 3-bedroom, 3-washroom doesn't seem right. Only 427 square feet. So there might just be an issue with the data here. So I'm going to take both these screenshots here, send it over to the team, and you can hear that little ding that's going on. That's basically me taking a screenshot here. But this information seems a little bit more accurate, 1 and 1 bedroom. So the team will look at this and see what's up and what's going on with that. And I think there might be something here as well. 519,000. And I believe that might be the starting point of this project, but we can always look into that later. But you see this, what we're getting at. Like it's going to be fully updated by the team, by the developer. So this is the reason we kind of want the developer to buy into this. Is not kind of, we want them to, because they'll give us a better idea. And if anyone's actually looking into this data, what is actually out there and what they can actually afford and buy, and rather chasing all these projects. Now, if you have 1,200 projects, imagine trying to keep up with all those projects. Now, let's just quickly go to Surrey and let's see what's going on in Surrey. And let's go 2+2 bed, just so you can have a better idea. And let's just sort by min price, right? Let's just search. And there you go. This is more accurate than I believe here. You can click this and you can see green and red and blue. You can try to figure out, the best layout. So let's just say we're someone, let's just do a better filter here. Let's go clear. And let's just go a filter again. And we're just going to go Surrey again. And let's only do 2 and 2, right? That's all we're going to look for. And let's go min price and let's search. And there we go. Now we have all the pricing for the 2-bedroom, 2-washroom. And let's just see if we can find something that's more green and green. Like right here, you see this? Square footage, above medium, price below medium, right? Price per square feet closest to medium, which is blue, which is neutral. So this would be like one of the best for 2 and 2. So I'm just gonna favorite this, and let's see if there's anything else here. Stoa, nothing in one central I see right now, and nothing in Ledgeview. Ledgeview 2. And when I mean nothing, I mean like green and green. So right now, it looks like this is one of the best for pricing. So let's just go to Pura, and then it gives you a little bit more information, right? So we are updating the pictures here as well. As the team gets more information, we'll continuously update this. But it looks like a really nice property here for sure. A lot of these pre-sales are pretty nice. They got good developers out there, and we're going to have more information as well. So we're going to have more information about the developer, how long they've been in business for, how many projects they have, have they had any financial troubles. And it says needs updates, meaning, it's been a while since it's been updated. And we're also going to get how many projects, or sorry, how many units or layouts have been sold, how many layouts are remaining. And then it'll give you a little ticker of like, if there's 100 units for this price or each layout, if we have all the information. It's also going to give you a heads up of how much this project is worth. Is it worth 100 million, 200 million, and how much of that value has the project gained based upon how many sales has happened. So as you can see, it's starting at 422. This will be updated with our Figma designer. And if you go further down, you'll see all the rest of the layouts as well. We do have something cool here where you can calculate, and it's going to give you the mortgage and all those things. So if I click calculate here, it'll have a little pop up, as you can see, and it'll tell you property value increase over 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Now, this is based upon historical data. It's no guarantee, and it gives you even further breakdown as well over 25 years, etc. You could change the amortization if you're only trying to keep it for like 10 years, etc. But if you go down, it gives you a rough idea of what your mortgage payment's going to be based on 4.18%. And this is based upon a 5% payment. And also gives you a mortgage amount, your down payment. Now, gross monthly rent is blurred out, but I'll show you how you can get that here. You can go to ROI calculator, and it's already pulled that data. And this is based upon 25-year amortization investment. And you can click calculate. And what's the cool thing about this portion is the ROI calculator. It will break it down further. It'll even tell you that each investor, so this one investor needs $111,000 in salary to be able to afford this property or be approved. But there's other factors and variables. And your down payment is this much. Now, let's just say if you can't get a whole lot. Oh, you know what? I just sent that message to Indy and part of the team saying, hey, this is probably incorrect. And he's reviewing it right now. And I'm just going to say, I am recording an episode. And this is how I saw this. So we're trying to sell this application to people to use. And the information needs to be that much more accurate, which we'll get to that point. We want to be like, 100%, but nothing's 100%. Hopefully we could get to that 100%. Now, let's just go back to the number of investors. Now, if you can't afford the property, let's say you're not making 112,000 basically, and it's you and your parents, and you could calculate that one more time. And now it says 55,000 or 56,000 is what you will require. And if you can afford the $33,000 down payment, now you only need like 16,000. Now, let's say you have two siblings and your parents, and it's four of you. Now, each of you only need roughly 28,000, and each of you roughly need 8,000 and some change to be able to afford this down payment. And that's Andy from the team. Oh, he says it might be lower than they actually are. So if you're watching to this point, that might be accurate, but the team will review and update that. Now, again, look at the down payment. And let's just even say you got 10 friends. There's a big group of you guys trying to afford this. Look at that. Each one would only need 11,000, and let's say less than 3,500 just to afford this property. Again, mortgage broker would be able to help you out, or financial advisor. They're the ones that would actually assess all the information, all the variables, and from there they'll be able to better assist you. Now again, this is for educational purposes only. I'm just going to go back to one, and if you go down, it'll say the down payment, the mortgage amount, mortgage payment, and also your gross rent. Now it's in red. Basically what that means is it's not going to cover the full mortgage payment. And if you want to get further involved into this and get further and deeper into the calculations, it basically also tells you on a month to month basis, because the rent doesn't cover the full mortgage, you'd be at almost 1350 out of pocket a month to be able to afford it. Now, over the years, it tells you how much money out of pocket you'll have to spend just to be able to afford this place. But after a month, after a year, after 5 years, etc., it also tells you equity that's built. So it's really powerful. It also tells you property value increase based upon historical values. And if you hover over, it gives you a little bit of detail of what exactly the fields are. And if you combine equity and rent, you can see by year 5 you start hitting out of the red and more into the green. And also, if you're trying to pull out equity out of the home itself, it'll tell you where you need to be to pull equity. So if the property goes up to 1.3 million in 5 years, you'll be able to roughly pull out 587,000. And the cost of that is 125,000. Basically, the interest, right? Now that's like deep diving into this. And if you go further down, it also is a little bit of a paragraphs or sentences, I should say, sorry, that kind of spells it out for you. If it's too much data, it'll basically tell you exactly what you're looking for. Now, we'll make a simpler view of all this as well. And this is just heavily versus data. There's a few charts and stuff here. Rent versus buying over time. Property value, if you just think, hey, let's just say 25% of the property value increase, right? So in 10 years, if it's only 25% of historical value, it'd be in 951,000, and it kind of gives you a better idea of where it would be. If it's 100% based on historical data, it's going to go up to like 8.5 million 25 years. Hey, if you're looking at this video and in the future it goes to 8.5 million, a property like this in Surrey that is almost 700,000, that'll be pretty accurate, eh? And it also shows the actual historical data on Surrey. You can check over previous years that we have, and as you can see from 2018, it dipped, right? 2019 is probably like one of the best times to buy, and it's gone quite up when it comes to median prices. Now, this is based upon apartments, median price apartments, and it just gives you an average of, a median price of where it is. And as you can see how much it climbed from 2019 to 2022, and there's a little bit of a dip and went a little bit higher, and it looks like there's a continuation of a dip right now. So that's like the application is very powerful, and you guys should definitely check it out. If you're looking for pre-sales, it has all the homework done for you. Like, this is something that you should definitely be checking out. And I'm onboarding some realtors, and they've been giving us feedback, and everyone that I've been talking to when I show this application, they're blown out of the way because no one has done it in North America to this extent. There's so many different layers that we're going to be adding into this, and I suggest that you should be paying attention to this. It does have if you're a realtor, it has, you can put your employees in here, you can have your leads, lead generation. It goes further into that. It has other vendors, like I mentioned. If you're a vendor, you want to be verified, we're gonna have mortgage brokers, lawyers, insurance brokers, and moving companies. So it'll be a good way to get more leads once we start marketing and getting more users. Now, when I said verified projects, it's going to also show you, which projects were actually verified. So it's going to be different type of cards that you can see, a little bit different from everyone else that is out there. And if you want more information, it just goes to that details page, and you'll be able to extract cards. There's going to be a bigger layer. We'll start talking about that once we're at that point. But you can see which ones were updated and which ones weren't. And we're going to get everyone to start buying into this, right? Because everyone wants information, right? You want it to be up to date right then and there rather than chasing, right? We're all busy, we have busy lives, and we don't want to be sitting there chasing information. We want it there. So we actually use this to let me just go back here to the list view. So we were looking for like a townhouse, and we just try to figure out, okay, what's the cheapest 3 bedroom, 3+ washroom in Surrey compared to all the resale that we're looking at. And we were able to figure out, okay, this is the cheapest one out there, and we were able to close a deal. And the one that we actually closed the deal on, just to give you a heads up, and this is real, that we actually closed a client with this, and we used this application, was Elwyn Green. They had $100,000 deduction on their townhouses, and we went through weekends and weekends of open houses of these pre-sales, of these resales, and then we figured that a $800,000 project Elwyn Green versus resales that were going for 800,000, and something that was completing actually to at the end of this month that they purchased in August was a much better deal than the resale. Their equivalent pricing, we've gone to the older ones, and if the completion was going to happen so soon within the same year, months away, it was a no-brainer that this is the one to go with. And it was an $800,000 townhouse that was sold, and they only had a few that they were selling, so they sold to my client. Really good deal. 1477. It was a square foot, and they're about to move in, so they're just waiting for the occupancy permit. The completion date is next week, and they're gonna wait for the occupancy permit so they can move in, and hopefully before Christmas, and be able to enjoy Christmas in the new home. And that's a win. Like, yay, you know. It's it took a long time to even get to that. We went every weekend to open houses. We were reaching out to realtors. It was a lot of work. And using this application, we were able to quickly look at what, lay of the land and see what was out there. And hopefully you can use this application. It's going to get better. It's going to get much better than what you see here. Even right now, it's so powerful. We've done the homework for you. Like, you click the button, look at the layouts for those, right? It looks like the park landmark is a pretty good deal as well. Look at this. 900,000 for 1,500 square feet, and the price per square foot is also green. So look at the green zone. That's what we call that. And that's like the gist of this application. All right. So hopefully you enjoy this video, and I'll continue to make some more videos for you. But check out the application and let me know how you feel. Give us some feedback as we're continuously growing this. And if you know someone that can provide us data or can work with us, or a good business working relationship, let them know to reach out to us. And if it's you yourself, reach out. We're more than happy to have a conversation, and give us your price point if there's something that you can help us out with. And with that being said, Sunny out.